So this is a Lunar Clubman CK. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. In front of the van you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. In the front locker you've got your two gas bottom tie downs and your gas regulator on the bulkhead. This is actually a gas changeover valve. And what you can do with the gas changeover valve is you can actually have two gas pipes connected at any time, one on either side here. Then you've got a valve in the centre here with this blue arrow that you can actually turn the dial around in the centre here to point towards the gas bottle you want to use. So like I said, that is called a gas changeover valve. Maximum two 6 kilogram propane gas bottles on the van at any point, and your leg winder for the Caravan is in the front locker. Going down the side of the Caravan, you've got your Aldi heating hot water flue, very simply there to allow the heating system to breathe. You don't need to do anything with it, you just need to make sure it's never covered up, as it does basically the same job as the flue on the side of your house. Then got your wind down legs on either side of the front to stabilise the Caravan while it's on site. They're only there for stabilising the van, not lifting the van. You've then got your water pump connection. You push down the blue trigger to release it from the side of the van and push into the side of the van and lock the pump in place. You've then got your pickup pipe that drops down inside the ack roll. You need to make sure that is fully submerged in water prior to turning the water pump on. You've then got your battery locker with your mains power lead coming into the side of the van and your two terminals here. As you can see, they'll connect to the top of the battery, and we'll swap that over from your old Caravan should you need that doing. Motor mover and wheel nuts. We'll demonstrate the motor mover to you while you're here on site. So it's a Truma Mover SE on this particular van, and we'll demonstrate how that works, and like I said, we'll talk them wheel nuts just so you can see they've been tightened correctly. Two fridge vents, very simply there to allow the hot air at the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. On the top right hand side here on the top flue, you've also got your gas flue for when you're running the fridge on gas. Two grey pipes coming out the side of the van, very simply there to allow the wastewater out the side of the van. So if you've got grey pipes, take them over from your old van to your new van, put them into the large diameter holes and drop them down inside your waste master. You've then got your toilet flush tank, so you'll open this up with the key, drop the flap down, and you'll put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. You've then got your toilet locker. Cassette's out at the moment, so you pull up the orange handle here to release it from the cassette. You've got the orange turnout neck here, which allows you to tip the waste away. On the back of the cassette you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. In this cassette you'll need to put 1 litre of water and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use. On the back of the van on either side again you've got your two wind down legs, and again they are just there for stabilising the van, not lifting the van. Then coming down to the other side you've got your storage locker, which you can open up to put wet accessories in, your barbecue gas point and your last wind down leg. Coming on to the inside of the Caravan now. Above the door, as you walk into the Caravan, you've got your main control panel, so you hit the screen and it will light up. You've got power, main power on and off, just here. You've then got your water pump run, which I'll come back to in a moment, your internal lights, your awning light for the outside of the Caravan, and then your dimming lights, or your lights for above the front cabinets below here. You've got some advanced settings in the control panel here, and then you've got your water tank levels, as you can see on the left hand side here, and you've got your battery levels at the bottom. So the first thing you need to do when you come into the Caravan is make sure all your mains power is turned on. So we should have in one of the cabinets below the seats your mains consumer unit. So you're going to need to make sure the button here on the left hand side is pressed in. If this button's out, all of the power inside the Caravan is going to be turned off. If you need to have the charger on, so it charges the battery on board the van, so you need to make sure this green light is on here. Then for your heating and hot water to work, you're going to need to make sure the orange light is on here. This one here isn't a button. It essentially lights up if the polarities have been reversed for any reason. And then on the bottom left hand side here you have your 12 volt fuses for the 12 volt systems on board the van. On the right hand side you have your 240 trip switches. Little tip for you, if you hit the test switch here and this trip switch drops down, it means you have mains power coming to the Caravan from the site you're on. If it stays in the upright position, it means you have no mains power coming into the Caravan. Once you've got your valves, once you've got your switches in the right position, you can make sure your yellow drain down valve is flat with the floor to allow you to fill the water system up. So if that valve is upright, it'll actually drain all the water system down and drain the water onto the floor underneath the van. So now that valve's flat with the floor, we can come over to every tap on board the Caravan and open them all up on the hot side of the water system. Once you've got all the taps open on the hot side, you come over to your control panel above the door and turn on your water pump. Now when the water system is completely full, you'll have water running out of every tap continuously on board the Caravan, and at that point you can shut all of the taps back off and you can start thinking about warming the water on board the van. So that's where the little silver control panel comes in above your door. So we're going to turn the control panel on, just here. Going to go through its loading screens. At the moment, as you can see, we've got mains power coming to the Caravan, and then you've got your current room temperature below that. Hit the menu button, and it will take you into the options for that. And you've got plus, a minus for your room temperature, goes all the way up to 30 degrees. And it is a real 30 degrees. It's not one of these things that says it's 30 degrees and it sort of warms up about 19 degrees. During the winter, you really will notice how well this heating works. Below that, you've got your water temperature. So you've got water on, hot water on, sorry. And then you've got hot water boost when this bar is completely full. I'm going to leave that on so it warms up when you come into the van. Below that, you've got the amount of power coming into the Caravan from the Caravan site you're on. So you've either got off, 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts. But like I said, it will depend on what Caravan site you're on to what you set this to. The more power you have available, the more efficient the heating and hot water is going to be on board the Caravan. If you're running it on 1 kilowatt and you want to boost the system so it works a bit more efficiently, you can use the gas here, and you'll press the gas option. The button goes green, it means it's ignited on gas. If it comes up with gas failure on the screen, then it means it has failed to ignite. You have got some advanced settings in this control panel also, on this cog symbol on the bottom right hand side. For these, we do advise you read the manual that comes with the Caravan fully. So that is your heating and hot water. Next up, we're going to go to the fridge. The fridge is very simple to use. You've got a power button on the front here to turn the fridge on. At the moment, the fridge is trying to ignite on gas. Now, if it fails to ignite on gas, what it's going to do is it's going to start flashing the flame symbol here, and also the red warning light on the right hand side. If you want to run the fridge on 240 mains when you're on a mains powered site, you can press in the button here, and once it illuminates blue, it means there is 240 mains going to the fridge. If it starts flashing like it did on the, or like it would do on the gas fail, it means there is no mains power coming into the van. On gas or mains, you can actually control the temperature of the fridge by using the button on the right hand side here, and the more amount of bars you have lit up, the colder the fridge will be. Now the next option you see is a 12 volt mode. Now what 12 volt mode essentially does is use the power supply from the car you are towing with, if it is wired up correctly or you have the right connection on the back of your car, to turn the fridge into a cool box as you are travelling down the road. So once you've got it connected to the car, you don't have to have the control panel turned on above the door. Come inside, hit the power button, hit the 12 volt mode. You'll have no temperature control on 12 volt mode. It will essentially just run as a cool box. But if it's working, the light will go solid blue there, and it means your fridge will be chilling the beers and the wine as you travel down the road. Inside the fridge, you've actually got a catch here, which at the moment is in the door open position. So when the door's shut, I'll just show you. It allows that bit of air gap down the side here, so the fridge doesn't go smelly when it's in storage. Just to make so you can shut the door, you're pushing this grey tab on the side and slide it back in position, and the same to bring it back out. If you leave the door open for any reason, it will actually start bleeping at you to let you know you've left the door open. Microwave, hob, grill and oven all work very much like your household appliances. The only thing you need to remember is if you have no 240 mains coming into the Caravan, then you will have no power to the hob, on the to the electric hob, or to the microwave itself. You have got a light on this particular microwave which you can turn on the left hand side here, then you've got your igniter on the right hand side. Last thing we're going to go through is the toilet system in the bathroom. Oh, just before I do that, another thing to note, when you have the radiator or when you have the heating on, do bear in mind these radiators can get very hot. So please, if you have little ones in the van at any time, please just bear that in mind. Obviously with hands, especially little hands, it could potentially burn. Toilet system, you have an electric flush on the toilet just here. So you've got your electric flush on top of the toilet here. You've got a toilet to full indicator light that illuminates red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself actually turns for your convenience, as you can see here. However, when you're removing the toilet waste cassette from underneath the Caravan, the toilet needs to be in the straight on position. Then below the toilet you have your grey waste handle. So when you open up the grey waste handle, it will allow the waste into the toilet cassette underneath the van. Then when you're not using the toilet, you have it in the closed position in the centre here, so that no waste and no smell, so the toilet cassette can be removed, and no smells come back up inside the Caravan. As I said, this is a 2019 Lunar Clubman CK. If you have any further questions on the Caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thank you again. Bye bye.